Hello YouTube, today it's going to be a video about things I don't really understand about, specifically the Catholic Church, Christianity as a whole. These aren't criticisms really, kind of, they are genuinely things I don't understand. So if you'd like to comment and respond to these ideas, then please do that, because I think they deserve an explanation, really. So the first thing I don't really understand about the Catholic Church is how the Pope and the cardinals can say, well, we must do this to prevent poverty or help people in poverty, and yet the Vatican alone is spectacular and worth a hell of a lot of money. It's coming up with a lot of variations on how much it is worth, from an X amount of million up to billions, but anyone and people will agree that that lowest figure of $1 million and so on is extremely high. Surely saving a life and being able to donate that money to the poor would be a more Christian thing to do than to use it in the Vatican. I'm not sure how Catholics justify this. I am genuinely interested in how this is justified, and that actually is in conjunction with the teachings of Jesus, the fact that we should help the poor rather than focus on material possessions. My second point is, if we get our morality from the Bible, how can we cherry pick what we choose to follow? So the fact that Christians have now developed the ability to say, okay, within the Bible, this is right and this is wrong. For us to be able to do that, we must have our own sense of morality, which has evolved with society or developed inside of us somehow. If morality comes specifically from the Bible, then it is very hard to say this is right and this is wrong when there are many contradictions within the Bible. Sections of the Bible that say, you know, females should be treated differently from males, but there are also passages to say that we are all equal. So for us to be able to establish what parts of the Bible are right and what parts of the Bible are wrong, surely we should have our own sense of morality rather than our morality deriving from the Bible directly. My penultimate point is that we obviously, when talking about morality in the Bible, say that the Old Testament is not the teaching that Christians focus on, and it is more the New Testament doctrine. Yet my question is, why is there such a drastic change between the Old Testament and the New Testament? I mean, Christians believe that they both come from the same God, just Jesus was God incarnated into a human. So if it was the same God and Jesus was the same, did come from the same God of the Old Testament, why are the teachings so different, and why is there such a drastic change between the morality that is professed in the Old Testament into the New Testament? Finally, I would like to ask, this is more for those who believe that the story of Adam and Eve is fact. If God is all forgiving and loves us all, then why has he not yet forgiven humanity for eating a piece of fruit from a tree? Because I don't understand how we can still be punished with of course we are not perfect and we still do wrongs, and that would be considered sin within Christianity, but a lot of people still believe that we have this original sin derived from Adam and Eve. So if we do have this original sin derived from Adam and Eve, why, if God isn't all forgiving, has God not forgiven us for that sin? And when did sin become hereditary? So what I want to know is why that specific sin became hereditary and then no other sin was hereditary after that, is the point I'm trying to make. Please respond to all of these points in the comments. Again, this isn't criticisms, these are things I am genuinely interested in how, you know, religious people, more specifically Christians, and even more specifically in some points Catholics or creationists would justify these points. Personally, I can't see how they are justified, so it'd be really interesting to see how someone of faith would justify these. Okay, thank you for watching.